What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Deuce Mess. This is Iowa Plains View. Of course, if you're watching later on YouTube, you're watching on the Farmer Deuce channel. I appreciate you. Find some links down below. I have a main channel called youtube.com/DeuceMS. Just DeuceMS on YouTube. And then I have one called Pixel Deuce Plays, where I'm uploading Dinkum on Wednesdays and Sundays currently. Go find those. And then, of course, this is live streamed on Twitch. You can come find me there Monday through Thursday around 4 p.m. Eastern. Lately, it's been about 15 after when I start. So, around 4 p.m. Eastern, though. Coming out for a couple hours, Monday through Friday, live streaming on my main YouTube channel. And then around 1 p.m. Eastern. And then in the afternoons, around 4 p.m. Eastern, I stream on Twitch for a couple hours. Coming out for all those. I appreciate you. If you do, if you don't, that's fine too. There's always content to enjoy somewhere. And if you enjoy mine, then I appreciate it. If not, that's cool too. No big deal. How's everybody doing in live chat? I hope you're doing well. Celtic Moon, Spiderette, Derek, how's it going? KT, how's it going? I do remember you. I do. Now, I was trying to remember exactly how to pronounce your name, but I don't think it's KT. It's KT. I think I said I was going to call you K. But yeah, I do remember you. Hope you're doing well. We are back on the farm. I'm going to be doing some hay bales today. This should take a while. I'm going to be real honest. We're going to set up GPS too, I think. Come on now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's do that, and then let's go back, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do that, and that. Boom, and then make sure we're, yep, there we go. All right, cool. Get some GPS lines set up here. That way I know I get it all because, well, I don't drive straight, and I don't feel like driving all over the field, overlapping 17 times a day. So this is just the easier way to do it. Just set up some GPS and let it ride. Now I could get Jimmy to do this, but you know, we got to do something today. I think we've got all of our greenhouse stuff stacked up, and it's all good to go. So there's no problem there. We're waiting until September to sell. Wait until September to sell the milk. Not a whole lot to do. This is all still good for a while here. So yeah, we're literally just down to this. Anime Dave, what's up? Gasoline Dilly, how's it going, bud? Crystal, how are you? Good to see you guys. I know a lot of you are hanging out on the YouTube stream today. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. And again, we took a poll in Twitch chat, and I had, you know, a comment or two about uploading the full video over to YouTube, so we'll be doing that too. All these full streams will be uploaded over on the Farmer Deuce channel. I'm gonna catch up on those. You watch my YouTube videos every day. I appreciate you, Kay. I do. Without people watching the videos or just lurking in the streams or whatever you're doing, I wouldn't be able to do this. So any amount of support, watching the video is a huge amount of support. So I appreciate you. And this shouldn't take too terribly long. This is not a small field. It's one of the smaller fields on the map. This shouldn't take too terribly long, I don't think. I don't think anyway. I say that like that because if you watch any of my streams that involves thinking, I don't think. I just don't. I'm incapable of problem solving in video games, apparently. Just absolutely incapable. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't work. It's weird. It's just so strange. After watching the beginning of No Man's Land, did you know that the game cartridge on the Iowa Plains map can also be collected for 50K? I do, Crystal, but for the sake of the integrity of this Let's Play, being a hard mode, I've avoided them. If I wasn't doing a hard mode Let's Play, I would definitely pick them up. But just to keep the integrity true for the hard mode Let's Play, I'm not going to collect them. Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be very nice, and I recommend it if you're playing and you're starting. You're starting yourself out with little money and working your way up. Definitely recommend it. Pick those things up. Get you that extra money for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, just for the integrity of the Let's Play, I've been avoiding them. I picked one up to see what the price tag was on them, but I went to this, and I took it back off. It was pretty early on. I picked one up outside the house just to see what they were worth because I didn't know. I couldn't remember how much they were worth. I was like, well, let me see what they are. So I immediately took it back off though. It's all in the, like you can see the money didn't change from video to video, so. And I didn't have anything new, I didn't buy anything new. Matter of fact, I think I pulled up the bank to look at it at one point, the finance stuff. And you could actually see that I had a 50,000 miscellaneous addition and a 50,000 miscellaneous subtraction. That's all it was. What's up, Half Bud? How's it going, man? But yeah, I would love to pick them up, but just to keep the integrity, I'm leaving them alone. I'm tabbing out for a second. That's the reason we're losing game sound here. Okay, there we go. Just a quick adjustment there. That's what I thought, but I remember back in the beginning you said, I can't pick it up. Yeah, I was just playing it up. I was just playing it up a bit. Just playing it up a bit for the camera. I try to stay in this. I mean, I know we talk about all kinds of different topics and stuff, but as far as the in-game character goes, I try to stay within that range for the in-game stuff of what the character in-game can actually do. So, I don't know. It's just more fun this way. I haven't actually tried this. I really need to do something with my cable management. The cables for the G29 need to be way longer. Like I kick them and everything else with my feet because they got to go down to your pedals. They got to go over to your shifter. It's quite annoying, honestly. I need to get me a little hanger and hang my the power supply for my wheel. I need to hang it somewhere out of the way. You hate Beat Harvest? They are ridiculous, honestly. I've learned to just enjoy the grind of the game. It's taken many years and a 6-month hiatus from playing Farm Sim at all after starting in 2015 or 2014, whenever I bought Farm Sim 15. Maybe somewhere between January and December of 2015 I bought it. So it was after it had come out initially, but I have learned to just enjoy the the driving around the field and stuff. Completing your task, pull a video up, watching it which is what you're doing too. You're watching the stream and playing at the same time. But yeah, just pulling something up you enjoy watching and playing and making some progress in the game. If I'm recording and you miss most of a field, you've missed probably 2 hours worth of gameplay. In that 2 hours, I'm usually watching YouTube videos or something while I'm playing. I was catching up with some boxing news as my start screen was running and I was finishing setting everything up. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this cable underneath here, but I was finishing up watching a video for that. So I was watching that while the start screen and stuff was running a while ago. God, this is so frustrating. I'm gonna mess around in a minute and unplug my wheel. Gotta get the rest of this. I picked it up too early. There we go. But yeah, I mean it's a grind, and especially sugar beets and potatoes, definitely a grind. But you enjoy it at some point, Like at some point you just relax and you go, you know what? I'll be playing anyway, so it doesn't really matter how long it takes. It's fine. Bud said I put music on. Yeah, exactly. If you're watching this later on YouTube, leave some comments down below. What do you do while you're playing Farm Sim? Even if you're a content creator, what do you do while you're playing Farm Sim? Do you watch other videos, or you put it on AI help and let them do the field while you go work on something around the house, or how do you play Farm Sim? Let me know down below. And if you're watching live, let me know now, because I can read it and comment back. Since you love Beat Harvest, all mine and indie fields on the community server have beats in them. Oh my God, Billy! Why? What are you doing? Why? In the words of Dirk Bentley, what was I thinking? Why would you do that? When's it ready for harvest, Billy? You play Farm Sim with friends. That's what it should be. I need to get back to rotating in my Farm Sim Network streams. It's hard though, man, because they fall on like Friday, they fall on Saturday or Sunday or something, and it's like I can't dedicate 7 days a week to content creation anymore. I like my family time, man. I like hanging out. Which this weekend I definitely can't. I got the holiday get together with the family this weekend with the big family get together or whatever. So we didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. So I guess we're gonna go do this. Play Dirty Santa and the whole thing, you know. Ugh. Yeah. Not that I dislike my family in any way. It's just, it's always so much, there's always so much to do when you go do these things, you know? Was AFK? What did I say? I've said a lot, Celtic Moon. I've said a lot. What do you do while you're playing Farm Sim? Do you watch streams, watch videos, listen to music, pull up your favorite TV show? That's all I was asking. Don't know for sure. Next day or two. Need for a sugar factory. Yeah. I will probably not be around this weekend. I've got to Saturday I'm going to be rebuilding. I say rebuilding. I'm going to be taking my old i7 and motherboard and RAM and stuff and video card and putting it in the kid's computer, so she's getting an upgrade. And then we're putting another one together too, so out of hers. The parts we pull out of her computer. So I'll be doing that on Saturday, and then Sunday, like I said, we'll be doing the family thing. Listen to other content. Yep, makes sense. That's what I do. That's what I do. If I'm recording a video and it takes me a while to get everything together, dinkum or whatever I'm recording, I'm probably in between cuts or whatever. And when I play dinkum, honestly, I have a video playing the entire time. I just have it really low so that, you know, if I start talking or if something crazy happens, just keep going. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much listen to something the entire time I'm playing or something. Here, when I'm streaming here, you guys can hear the music in the background. I have it muted for myself. It's just music for the background, so if I tab out or something, there's some kind of sound there, which everybody may not enjoy, but it shouldn't be too loud compared to the tractor. But if I tab out, or if I stop the tractor, like, for instance, right, that's actually pretty loud, isn't it? It shouldn't be that loud. It should be down to 50%, but to readjust that again, I guess. Yeah, it should be way lower than 60%. That's weird. Really that loud at 60%? No, that's not loud at all. Okay. But yeah, so I mean, I've got music playing pretty much the entire time here too. I just have it muted for myself, so I don't hear it. Server on 3x speed, so maybe working on during day's stream tomorrow. Cool, yeah. Wait, the server's on 3x speed? You mean the community? Oh, on the community side. I thought you meant the Farm Sim Network server. On the community server. Yeah, if you're working on it, I don't know how much I have going on, but I mean, I could jump over and help if you've got the equipment. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Don't have access to this land. Not yet I don't, but I will have. Question of a problem I had 3 times in game. A contract I've taken was for silage bales and was going to the biogas plant. I do them right and take them to drop point, but it won't take them. Am I doing something wrong? So you mow the grass, right? And it's the dark green color. So on the right side of my tractor here is light green. That's hay. The left side of my tractor here is grass. You take the grass, you bale it, and then you wrap it, and then you take it to the biogas plant. It won't take it. So you bale it and wrap it, and then take it to the biogas plant, but it won't take it. Walk up to one of the bales and look at it. Just point your cursor at it, and it'll say if it's silage or if it's grass and fermenting. If it's grass and fermenting, then you may have something off for the there may be some, not you, but there may be something off with something with the contracts, because when you take a silage bale contract, it's supposed to automatically ferment into silage. The grass is. But if I were to just do this in silage on my own field, I would have to set the bales aside and let them ferment. And if you walk up to them, it'll have percentage of fermenting, or it will say silage. And if it says fermenting and then percentage, then you're gonna have to wait on them to turn to take them down there, which is kind of an issue, because if it's a contract, it shouldn't be doing that. It should just take them. But it was raining on the server? Yeah, don't you hate that? Ugh. Terrible. I hate rain on the servers. I hate rain on the servers. Hate it. Yeah, I want to buy this field right here. It's a nice flat field. We can just run our grass field straight on down. That'll make life so much easier. It says silage, but it won't take them. So at my biogas plant on this map, there's a specific, and I don't know what map you're on, I can't remember, but so when you pull in, there's a place right here to drop silage, but if you pull straight in this way, I don't know how well you can see my cursor here, but if you pull in and come over this side, there's a place to dump slurry, but if you go straight through, there's a grate like you would dump grain into. Oh, you're on Iowa. Okay, so yeah, there's a grate that you can dump grain into. Matter of fact, I'll just jump down and show you. It would be easier. Hello? Visit? Yeah, there we go. All right, so when you come in, there's a grate right here. And this is where you should be taking your silage bales. So this is the entrance. That's the slurry drop off. This is where the silage bales should be going right here. And if it won't take them there, then I have no idea what the issue would be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've taken silage bales of all sizes. Yeah, I have no idea what it would be. If it doesn't take them at that grate right there, I don't know where to put them, because that's where I took mine. I had the exact same contract at some point for silage bales at the biogas plant. And it seemed to work fine. Seemed to. Doesn't mean it did, but it seemed to anyway. It's just a cool shot right there, I think. Throwing grass around. What's up, Voltage? How's it going? The only drop point's the other side of things? The grate you have just showed you doesn't have any marker on it. Try dropping them on the grate anyway. Or pull up and see if it'll take them off the trailer before you drop them. Because that should be your drop-off point. I don't know. Are you on the new version, though? Because if you're on the new version, I'm not. And they may have changed that. I'm not sure. Hey, Moonshadow dropping 500 in-game cash. I'll take it. Thank you, thank you. Boom. 500 miscellaneous added to the account. I appreciate it. Print some money indeed. You have it, it won't. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, are you on the updated version? Because if you're on the updated version, that may be what it is. They may have changed the drop-off point. And I'm guessing you've tried dropping it off at every drop-off point around the city. Yeah, I don't know then. Have you bought the biogas plant? If you own the biogas plant, then I don't know that that works. I don't know that you can drop them off there. Like I don't know. I'm specifically saying I don't know because I don't know if that would be the case or not. On whether or not you bought it, or whether or not it would take them if you bought it. I don't think it'll take them for a contract if you own the building though. And I could be wrong. Somebody else correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think so. I think that's the right assessment to have made there. You haven't bought it. Okay. Yeah, then I really don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what it would be. Yeah, that's very strange. Anybody have any idea what it might be? Are there green containers somewhere? Because I know, like on Elm Creek, the green containers, you drop your bales next to those or in those, and it would take them. So I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could be more help. Now, these grass bales are not for sale. These are for us because we need grass bales. So, or not grass bales, hay bales. We need hay bales strictly for us here. This is not the. Dang it! Turn off. There we go. This is not for selling or contract or anything. This is the first work we've done for our farm in a while, actually. So this is for us. This is only for us. Oh, speaking of which, let's see if this field up here needs lime or anything. Let me get the tablet. Get over to our page here that shows us all of our stuff. Weeds probably has weeds. Doesn't have weeds yet. Doesn't need anything. Cool. Cool. That's good. I'm gonna drive straight up here. We're gonna go ahead and spray this thing off and put it away. We're done with it for a while. That's a pretty decent sized field, really. Doesn't take long to do, but still a pretty decent sized field. At some point, hopefully, we can start looking for a bigger mower and that kind of thing. But for now, this is what we got. This is what we're stuck with. And I don't know if there is a bigger tedder than this. There probably is. I mean, this Caverland right here. Is that the one I have? That's not the one I have, is it? It is 11.2 meters wide. What's the one I have? I've got the Coon. No, don't sell. Jeez, no. And it is 8.7 meters wide. So yeah, there's one in the store right now that's 10,000 that's bigger than the one I have. It's 9 meters. It's barely bigger, but it's bigger. Man, I mean, it would save me a little bit of time, not much. I would rather just upgrade to something that's really big once it comes up for sale, maybe. Grass and kale tedders. Yeah, what do I have? I've got this one. I've got the smaller of the bunch here. The Caverland is a Caverland mod. It's 11.2 meters wide. Mine's only 8.7. I thought it was 9 meters wide. 11.2 meters, much bigger. This one's 17 meters wide though, and this one's only 1,300. It is 7 meters wide. I could technically sell this, get this, and not be much different off, and have this faster working speed and get money. I can make money off this deal. This one's 17 meters. This is the one we're going to work up to right here. That Caverland though, for 10,000, it's 11.2 meters wide. We might. Let's go. Let's go sell that. How much does this sell for? How much does this sell for here? 7,000? Let's go get it. Let's go get it. It's bigger. It's bigger. What's up, Lovamir? How's it going? Let's go buy that thing. It only makes sense. We can sell this for the same money and buy that one. I know it's used. This one's got 63 hours. Oh no, the tractor's got 61 hours on it. Yeah, we can sell this for the same price and buy a bigger piece of equipment that goes the same working speed. So it's well worth it, I think. Wait, how much horsepower does that require? 90. Yeah, we're good then. Yeah, this thing right here's gonna be great. 11.2 meters wide. Sweet. Let's go. Get us a new tedder. And again, we're gonna be doing hay, so we're gonna need it. Seems like a good investment, especially right now since it's on sale. Makes sense to me. If we can catch stuff on the sale page that's used, might as well. Making hay, we are, yeah. Making that hay. Yep, doing some hay bales today. Which the baling part's not going to take long. The stacking part's not going to take long. All these are for us, though. We're not selling any. These are just ours for the farm. So we've got some silage bales stored up. We're about to have some hay bales stored up. We'll need some more straw bales at some point. We got plenty of those right now too. But I'm prepping for that the TMR mixing station that we're about to build over the weekend. In game over the weekend, but real life over the weekend as well. We'll have that thing built. It said it'll only take a couple of days. So apparently it's all pre-built stuff or prefab stuff. They come in, stand it up, and bolt it together, and they're done. Piping and everything should be easy, they said. So a couple of days they'll be done with it. So cool. Monday when we get back, we'll have a TMR mixing station. Yeah, let's go get this thing. This is a pretty decent investment here, I think. And again, if nothing else, if it sells before we actually get this one repaired and repainted and sold, then we'll buy the one that's $1,300 that's slightly smaller than this but goes faster. It's slightly smaller but it goes faster than this. That's pretty crazy. And it's $1,300, so technically we'd make money off of that deal. Anybody come hang out for Out of War today? What did you think about the game? I'm curious. I was more concentrating on all the stuff I was breaking in game as opposed to reading chat. Typically, I keep up with chat a lot better, but the game is new and I'm trying to figure it out, and all my settings and stuff, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's repaint or repair. Repaint for 3,200. This is 8468. It'd be 9, 10, 11. So it'd be 11,668. 11. Yeah, so we made an extra $300 by repairing it. Good. So yeah, absolutely. All right, cool. And then we buy this one for 10,500. So we actually made some money off of that deal. And I say we made money because that tedder we were just using actually came with the farm. So yeah, pretty good deal here. We're in Discord. Can you post snippets of your biogas plant? Any of the farm sim channels or the media sharing? Media sharing, maybe. Maybe somebody that doesn't have the farm sim tag can see it and go, "Oh, I know what they need." You know, media sharing's good. Any of the farm sim channels are good. Farm sim channels, you may get somebody to actually react to it quicker. I don't know. Yeah, bigger tedder. This is gonna be nice. It's a good bit bigger too. I mean, it's like 5 more meters wide or something. That's 4 more meters, 3.5 more meters wide. So take the one we had and add 3 meters to it, 3.5 meters to it. That's pretty good. The Farm Sim Talk channel. There you go. Yeah, put it in there. That's a good idea. Oh yeah, bigger tedder. I hate that we got done with that thing and then went and found this, but yeah, this thing is much bigger. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Much bigger. I'll turn on my GPS here and you can see the difference. Let me get. Yeah, look at the difference here. I'll line up with these blue lines and you can see it overhangs quite a ways on both sides. That's a pretty decent size. That's going to make it nice the next time we do hay. If we do hay bales or straw bales or hay bales or silage bales, not silage bales, if we do hay bales again for a contract, it'll make it go a little quicker. I should have repaired this before I left. I didn't think about it. See what the repair cost is for it. And we did okay on it. Not too bad. What's up, Battery? How's it going, bud? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Again. Battery, what'd you think about the Out of Ore game? I think it's got some potential to be a pretty fun game, kind of open world mining type deal. Go give this thing a repair shot here. It's interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, I think after I get my settings right, I think I'll be okay. Which I struggled with that with Gold Rush for a while too, getting all my settings set up the way I wanted. $203, not bad. Not bad. Oh, the tractor needs repairing again. Yeah, this tractor needs repairing if we use it at all. $800. Sheesh. And the repair cost on this tractor is killing me. We gotta get a new tractor soon. Just the upkeep on this thing is killing me here. All right, let's go put this up. Our brand new Kverneland tedder that's 11.5 or whatever, 11.3, whatever it is. It's bigger than the one we had. Get our windrow out. We'll get that going. I'm gonna put Jimmy on it. I'm gonna grab the baler and start behind him though. Get the rake out. How much is a new rake? Because I've got I mean, the Vermeer rake is great, but it's pretty small. It's not, windrows, here we go. It's pretty small. It's only 8.5 meters wide. There's this that's 1300 is 6.5 meters wide. This is the one I want though. It's 19 meters wide. It also requires 145 horsepower, which we could do with this tractor really. This is the king right here. This is the one we want. But there's others that are still just as big. 8.5, 32,000. 9.7. This is 9.7 wide. Wow, that's impressive. 8.4. 8.5. 9.5. That'd be slightly bigger. That's slightly bigger. I really want to go much bigger though. This, or this. One of those three is what I'm kind of looking for. I didn't even know this was in here. I should have started with those mods. Probably would have been better. Work my way up. I know next time what I want to do though. I haven't seen a whole lot of people playing on Green Hills Estate, and again, it's one of those no man's land, Western Wilds, Calmlands kind of maps. And I think it looks great. I think it's a great map to do a let's play on. But I've been saying we do Silver Run. I kind of want to, but I kind of don't want to, just because of the amount of time logging takes if you're not using auto load stuff, which I probably would. I would cheat. I would cheat all the way through it. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it or not. All right, let's get our GPS reset here. I'm gonna go just outside of this. Let's turn there. Oh, too far. Too far. Much too merch. Too merch. Back around. All right, there we go. All right, right there. That's fine. Let's do some auto widthing there. Oh no, I don't need an offset. Why does it set an offset on that thing every time? Okay, there we go. Drop that down, turn that on. Off we go, and we'll start right there, but then we're gonna stop. We'll turn that off, we're gonna let Jimmy have it. Cool. I'll jump over here, I'm gonna grab the baler. We're gonna start baling right behind Jimmy here. What's up, Ethan? How's it going, bud? Hear about the tornado last night in Louisiana? There was 3 or 4, I think. There was one that was really bad, and I think there were some. I think one of them was fatal, actually, and I really hate that for everybody involved. I really do hate that for everybody involved. It's just tragic, honestly. But yeah, there were several. There were several tornadoes. Off we go. Yeah, there were several tornadoes. What brand of whiskey do I drink? I don't. I don't drink really anything. I have a Dos Equis at New Year's. That's kind of my New Year's gift to myself. Yeah, I don't really drink. Oddly enough, I used to. I used to indulge a lot. I posted under Farm Sim, but only channel under that is Midwest under Farm Sim. No, there's MP Chit Chat. There's Farm Sim MP or Farm Sim Farming Simulator Talk. There's several channels there, Crystal. There should be. Anyway, I appreciate the thought, Ethan. I mean, if I was gonna have something though, it'd be hard to get, and very expensive. I've only had it once in my life, and it was fantastic, Pappy Van Winkle's, but it's near impossible to get. That's not something you just order. Like you gotta know somebody to get some Pappy Van Winkle's. And I happen to know somebody that knew somebody, so that's the only reason I got to even taste any of it. Yeah, I appreciate the thought though. If you don't mind, dudes, I'd like to take a moment to thank all the Extra Life donors in 2022. Surpassed my stretch goal this year thanks to some generous people in this community. Dude, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Always take the time for thinking good causes. For sure, man. Congrats, buddy, on your surpassing your stretch goals. You surpassed the stretch goals. That's a heck of an achievement, man. That's a heck of an achievement. Congrats, dude. Big year for Extra Life for kids. I know not just you, but I follow you on Twitter as well, so I see you post other people's stuff too. Lots of people surpassed their goals this year, apparently, so that's great. And that's great for Extra Life for kids. Absolutely phenomenal thing for all involved, really. We'll turn this down just a little bit. We're going to go down to like 10 miles an hour so we can stay behind Jimmy here. But I want to keep knocking Bales out. Not that I'm in a hurry. I really don't have anything else to do today, but I want Jimmy to hurry up and get done with this field because I don't want to pay him overtime, and we're going to be paying overtime here in just a minute. And if you guys don't follow Battery, go follow Battery. Streams for Extra Life for kids. All of it is for charity. So go give him a follow and go hang out with him doing some streams. You should be able to click on his name and hit follow. I think even on mobile you can do that, right? I'm not sure, but I think you can do that on mobile too. We'll stay well behind Jimmy's dust cloud up there. Look at that. Oof. Dust coming off that tractor. And we still almost caught up with him. The working speed on that is 9 miles an hour. I thought it was 10 miles an hour. That's all right. Yeah. I know, Jimmy. I'm aware. Let's kick it back to 9 miles an hour then. Yeah, man, that's a big deal, man. Helping a lot of kids out right there, dude. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but there's a kid. I think he's the UK. Had a YouTube channel, and his goal when he started his channel was to get a play button, which is a silver play button, which is 100,000 subscribers. He's had a double heart transplant, and apparently the second one is not taken, so he doesn't have long. But the last video posted was the 100,000 subscriber moment. They were celebrating, and he's super excited and all that kind of stuff. Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow did a video for him and put it out there. So everybody's trying to help him get that silver play button before his time runs out, and it's just phenomenal. And then YouTube nuked the channel. They deleted the channel. I'm guessing because they thought it was being botted or something. But pretty terrible on YouTube's part, honestly, to do that. Pretty terrible. I hope he gets the channel back, and I hope they get him his play button. It's not like with all the news going around about the channel that YouTube wasn't aware. People at YouTube were aware. You know what I mean? Like somebody at YouTube knew what was happening with that channel, and they let the algorithm take it down anyway. So hopefully they get that fixed, and they get that kid his channel back, and they get him a play button sent ASAP, because he doesn't have a whole lot of time left, you know. But again, the videos, if you go watch videos, still in good spirits and still excited and up and jumping around, moving around and stuff. It just, the heart's not taken apparently, or something's wrong with it, and he's not going to make it. And the amount of people that have come together to put out the word to help that kid get to 100,000 subscribers is fantastic. It's just great to see, you know. Like that's a great goal, the silver play button. I really hope that they can get him a silver play button, and he can know that he made that achievement. Also, that probably made an impact in somebody's life, you know, before he passes away. And his mom too. His mom should know too that they've made a huge impact in somebody's life out there somewhere. It may seem trivial, but there's somebody out there that needed that. They needed that win and needed that moment, and see that positivity is there. Somebody out there needed that subscribed to his channel for that reason. So, good on them. But it's Kraken the Box, Kraken the Box. But he goes by Captain Corey. And if you guys want to go search on YouTube, you can. Kraken the Box. It'll pop up, I promise, because it's been trending forever. In the last week, it's just been trending all the time. So if you guys want to go type it in, see if you can find it, sub to the channel, just to help out, you know, help get further than 100K. Why stop at 100K? I don't know. It just if it makes a difference in the kid's life, you know, before his time runs out, I think that's great. So I don't know. Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age, but. That's another great thing you can do. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime. But I hope they put his channel back up. There's lots of people that are extremely upset that they pulled his channel down. You got Crystal all set now, so you can see the farming channels. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, you didn't have the farming sim roll. Gotcha. Okay, well that makes sense. Currently at 179K subs, so they put the channel back up then, Battery? Did they put it back up? That's awesome. I'm probably going to stop here. I hate when it stops. Oh, nope, he's still going. Okay. Kraken the Box. Ah, they put his channel back up. Nice. So if you guys want to, go subscribe to that YouTube channel, and you can just see his... Oh, he had a phone call with Johnny Depp. That's awesome. 2 days ago. Yeah, you can just see how excited the kid is. I really hope YouTube gets him his play button soon. But this is channel link. I'll leave a link down below this video too, if you guys just want to go. If you're watching it later on YouTube, I'll leave a link down below so you guys can find it too. Just you know, a little Christmas spirit, a little holiday spirit for the kid that's, you know, doesn't have a lot of time. Thought it was just for streamers. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. It's all kind of lumped together. I need to better, and I've been saying this for years. I need to do that better. I need to do it a different way. I can add the roll thing, react for roll thing in that welcome message, and I need to go back and fix it. I just haven't done it yet. Oh God, nobody go to whatever that link is, please. Don't go to that link. Frickin' bots everywhere. Don't listen to bots, guys. Don't listen to them. They're stupid. What's up, Vince Van? How's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Shadow Dance, how's it going? Welcome. That's why you have us to help out on Discord. I guess so, man. Because I can't get anything done in a timely manner. that's why I need people to help out. I can't do anything in a timely manner. Speaking of which, Bud, what did you think about the timely manner? That 100 days of Dinkum took me about 70 hours worth of work for a 29-minute video or whatever it was. What did you think, Bud? A good look back at it. It was my first try at 100 days type deal, so I think my next one's gonna be a lot better. I don't know that I'll do a 200 days of Dinkum, but maybe. I'm behind on the game, so like all the people, all the big content creators that were doing the 100 days Dinkum videos were 2-3 months ago now, but I figured I would do a look back video and just see how far we've come, you know, up to the 100 days. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun making it. Stressful because I kept getting behind on it, but I think it's a good idea. And the videos normally do pretty well. That one's doing okay. I mean, I didn't expect it to do thousands of views or anything, but I just wanted to do a look back at the 100 Days of Dinkum because it was a fun project, honestly. The first playthrough is always a learning curve, especially for me, because I don't load a game up and figure everything out and then make my videos on it. I just start playing and figure it out as I go. And I always will. That will never change. If you don't like that style, you'll never like my content. I just load it up and figure it out as I go. I'm doing pretty good, Shadow Dance. Doing pretty good. One of us always available in Discord. I mean, there's always somebody to help out. Yeah, there's always somebody in the community that they may not see it right away, but somebody will always get back to you. And that's why I love this community, man. It's great people helping each other out. That's what it's about. In my defense, this is only the second Discord I've been in. The other one, you only got roles if you contributed content. Oh, okay, yeah. See, that makes sense. There's a lot of those too. I did that specifically because I have a split community, right? Like we have all different kinds of games we play and stuff. So I didn't want this long thread of all these channels for people that weren't interested in Farm Sim. So put them behind a role, which is, you know, it's fine because usually if you're interested in one of the roles and you can't find them, then you're probably at least in one of the videos in a comment or in live streams commenting somewhere, so we can help you get the role. Yeah, no problem at all. Discord can be a bit confusing too. Mine's a mess. Mine's an absolute mess, and I know that. I've not taken the time to go back and revamp everything and redo everything. That and my knowledge of the bot is limited. So. Like, there are people doing all kinds of cool stuff with bots and stuff. I really need to figure some of that out so I can set mine up completely different. And we can keep bot channels from getting into the Discord by having them read and agree to something. And I really need to get that set up too. I just haven't yet. Because, you know, me doing anything in a timely manner is always works. You mean I can't buy 1 million viewers and get a date with Scarlett Johansson at the same time for only $19.99? for 10 easy payments of $19.99. No, you cannot. No, sorry, sir, you cannot. Billy said, "Why are you trying to date my wife for?" Yep, Celtic Moon, that's what I'm saying, and that's what's great about it, is somebody's always there to help out at some point. Like I said, they may not be around all the time, but somebody will see it at some point. Or somebody will at least point it out to me in live chat, if not. So that's what's good about having a great community to help out. It keeps me lazy, honestly. I say that like I don't do anything. I mean, I literally live on my computer most days, even on the weekends. Last Saturday I spent 9 hours finishing that 100 Days of Dinkum video. This created through the UK and war of friends just wanting to stay in touch with each other. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And it took a turn to, well, we can get bigger if we do content. Yeah, that's... I feel like... So, because I depend on this, right, to live... doesn't mean that I'm gonna go try to do just viral videos and post my content on everybody else's stuff and things like that. Like, that's not, to me, that's not building a channel. That's just getting clicks. Like, and that's great for the short term. And for a while, maybe I kind of lost sight of the community. And I said this a couple months ago, maybe even 6 months ago now. But that for a while there, I did kind of lose sight of why I did this. Because I'd never been in the situation where I had to do this to make money, right? I had to do this to live. Because of 2020, I'd already had a channel running. It just made sense to keep going, you know, that kind of thing. I'd never been in that situation. I kind of lost sight of it for a little while, and it took me a while to get back to it. But I like having a community that is a positive place for people to hang out and chat, and if they're looking to post their channel and stuff, I have a share content channel. Anybody can post their content there. It's not a big deal. But it's not, my Discord's not even for me to post my content in. It's really for the community. It doesn't get used for that a lot, but it is for the community. It's for you guys to get together and meet new people and stay in touch and help each other out with different things and that kind of stuff. That's really what Discord should be for, a positive use of some sort. Now, relaying news, the streamer, whoever owns the Discord, whatever, posting their content there, so you know that you're always going to get the content update there when they post stuff. That's great too, and that's a great feature. But it's great for situations like you had a minute ago, where you had an issue, you could post it in there, and somebody could get it sorted. You know, like. Not that you've got it sorted yet, but you have the means to post there to try to get it sorted now. So, I don't know. It's just a great tool that I think you're right, Crystal. It gets twisted and turned into this. Well, let's boost each other and grow our channels really big. You know, like, it's great you have a lot of numbers, but do you have a community? You know, I think that's the one thing missing from content creation these days. It's all about clicks and how many people are watching, and there's no community to anything. It doesn't feel like, you know. I mean, not for us, of course, because it's a community still. Whether or not everybody's chatting in Discord all the time or not, even the people that haven't been around in a while, they pop back in. It's like they never left. And I think that's what makes a good community. If a viewer hadn't been around in a long time and pops in, everybody's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" You know, it's been a while since I've seen you. That's what makes a good community. You don't forget people. Like, there are people I haven't seen since the pandemic started, probably. And I still wonder about it. I was thinking about Roland the other day. I haven't seen Roland in a very long time, since near the beginning of the pandemic probably, and I hope he's safe, and I hope he's all well and good, and I hope he just chose to stop watching my stuff. Because I know he was older, and I know that the pandemic took a hard toll on a lot of people, and again, I just hope that he's safe, and I hope he chose to stop watching, you know. Gary A, I haven't seen in a very long time. From out in Texas. He was older. If I'm not mistaken, maybe was at the doctor a few more times a year than most people. So I'm not going to say he had medical issues. I have no idea. But I haven't heard from him since the pandemic started, or shortly thereafter. And I hope he's all well and good, and that he chose to stop watching my channel. You know, Shorty hadn't been around in a very long time, but life happens. Maybe I changed, you know, I don't know. But I hope she's all well and good, and I hope everything's going well for them. So, I mean, you know, I don't have any ill will toward people to stop watching me. I just, a lot of, because we're so close of a community, we know a lot of, not personal stuff, but roughly ideas of what's going on with people, you know, and there's a lot of people that I'm concerned about, because we haven't seen them in a long time. And I mean, I'm talking 2 years now, you know, haven't seen them in a long time, not just a month or so. And I really want to try to stay to that, no matter how big my channel gets, if it ever gets big at all. And I've been saying that for years, and we've been about the same size for years now, but if it ever gets big, that's the one thought that I'm going to keep, is the people in chat are not just names on a screen. You're people. You have lives. Things happen, you know? And I hope that when you stop watching my channel, it's because you chose to stop watching it, or I said something you disagree with. I hope it's not because you something bad has happened, you know? I hope it's because you chose to, or you disagreed with me and you were mad and you stopped watching because of that. I hope that's the reason you stopped watching my channel. Last I heard, she was very tired. Dude, I'm sure. I am sure, man. She's okay, though. You know, that's good. That's good. Again, I don't wish ill on anybody. Mrs. Betts. So, Mrs. Betts, my box opening knife, my custom box opener, it's a fantastically sharp blade too, by the way. Some great steel. Her husband made the knife and the handle, and she made the sheath for it, and it's still one of my favorite pieces that I have. So I will never forget Mrs. Betts. Like, that's very cool. It's one of the best things I have. Sally, I haven't seen Sally in a long time. She pops in from time to time, but again, I know life's difficult. You know, I know Karane's doing modding over on Game Edge's stuff, so chose to stop watching. Again, perfectly fine. I'm just glad to know that they're still around, bringing joy to somebody else's channel. Gary A had eye surgery. I remember him saying he was going to have eye surgery. He was pretty sure he was going to be blind afterwards. Well, I hope that's not the case. I hope he didn't end up blind. But if he did, I hope he's still around and is learning to find new ways to enjoy life, you know? And I'm not negating the fact that he could have ended up blind. That's not what I'm saying. I just hope he found a way to enjoy life with his new the new life that he has now, if he did go blind. I mean, we can say we hope bad things don't happen, but it's life. Things do happen, you know, and you can't control it all the time. So I think that's actually it for the John Deere. You can't control life. You know, you kind of got to go with the flow and find positives where there don't seem to be any. And I think that's something a lot of people in this community have been able to do, or what I've noticed over the years anyway. For members of the community, when things happen, we've been together for a long time, guys. I don't know if y'all realize it or not. We've all been here for years now. It's been years. We've all been here for a while. But you've all been through struggles, and you've all seemed to find something positive to take away from it, and to move forward with. And I think that's great. So. Went septic after having 6 more inches removed from his amputated leg. Yeah, dude, that's awful, man. That's awful. I hope he pulls through. Hope he pulls through. Being septic is nothing to mess with. Nothing at all, man. Yeah, I hope everything comes out of that well and good. Even though they're not expecting him to make it, doesn't mean he's not going to. And if he doesn't, then, you know, maybe everybody finds something to remember and be proud of, and be positive about it. Life's life, man. It happens. You know, it can be somber, or you can find positive ways to move through it, you know. It's a tough subject to broach, and the only reason I kind of got off on this, I kind of took myself off on this tangent today. There's a streamer going around on Twitter. Everybody's like berating the guy because, and the thought process was right, but the way he handled it was wrong. And he came back and said later, you know, it was wrong the way I handled it, this and that. Like, he apologized for it. But he, like, I watched the clip of when it happened, and he, like, when somebody comes in the chat, I go, hey, how's it going? Welcome, you know. Somebody came into his chat that he hadn't seen in a while, and he's like, hey, where you been? You know, I ain't seen you in forever. What you been up to? And she just kind of went, well, my mom died, so there's that, you know. And that doesn't seem like a big deal, but, man, streamers are already under a ton of stress and a ton of pressure. And when people come in and the first thing they say is, oh, well, my dad died, my mom died, my brother died. It's, even if it's just one comment, it's such a load of stress. You know, when we're trying to create a positive atmosphere and have fun and talk to folks and that kind of stuff. You know, it's really a downer. It really is. But if I ask you how you're doing, and you give me a genuine answer, I'm not going to berate you over it, because you gave me a real answer, you know. Now, could you just say, you know, well, it's been tough lately, you know, things haven't been that great, but they're getting better? You absolutely could. You could say that. But if you ask somebody where they've been and how they've been doing, and they give you a real answer, don't be mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't be mad about it. But if the first thing you say when you pop into somebody's channel is, my mom died, without being prompted, and you haven't said anything else, to me, that's a bit awkward. You know what I mean? That's a bit awkward, in my opinion. Now, again, that's just my opinion, but it is a bit awkward when that happens. Because as a streamer, we're not therapists, man. I don't mind talking to people and being an ear to listen. But, like, I don't know what to say. You know, if somebody just drops in and drops that news, I have no idea what to say. If I ask you how you're doing and you tell me, well, I ask. You know what I mean? I ask how you're doing. If you give me a genuine answer, I'm not gonna be mad at you for it. Get it out. Talk about it, you know? But don't just drop in and post it. And that's not what happened either. That's not what happened on that guy's stream, apparently. But, yeah, I mean, he handled it wrong. He asked, where you been? How you been? You know, that's his fault. He asked. And he later said that, too. He was like, you know what? I asked. That's true. So, blame me. But we're not therapists, man. We live under stress constantly, trying to be a positive, you know, or some streamers anyway, trying to be a positive in people's lives, in amongst all the decay and all of the negatives that go around. Most streamers anyway, not all. But there are times when people need to get that off their chest and need to say something to somebody, you know, and that's understandable too. But it's just so weird if you're having a good positive conversation, there's good vibes and everybody's happy, and then you see this one chat that's just like, oh, my mom died today. And it's like, wow, okay. That sucks, you know, and there's nothing we can do about that. Like, I don't know what to say at that point. It's so weird when it happens. But again, I'm not saying don't, you know, if somebody asks and you want to give them a real answer, give them a real answer, because they ask. They ask you, give them a real answer. But it guy's a big streamer too, right? So he's got lots of people watching all the time, and that's got to add up. That's got to add up. I mean, we have it happen here with the you know, the 20 or 30 sometimes, you know, people we have watching. There are people that pop in and the first thing they say is, you know, oh, my dog died, you know, or something. Dude, that's stressful after a while. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's stressful to constantly have to hear that. And that guy's got 1,000 people watching him, you know, like, or whatever amount. I can't imagine how many times a week that happens. People drop in and just drop that kind of news on you when you're trying to be all positive and stuff. It's tough. It takes a toll. But at the same time, he asked. That's his fault. He asked. But again, I don't think either one of them were really in the right or the wrong there. I think it was just a misused opportunity to be empathetic and also have kind of a teaching moment, if that makes sense. Like, not maybe for the person that said it, but just for the general population that doesn't understand that it's stressful for streamers. Man. It's stressful to hear that kind of news when you're trying to be positive. What's up, J-Rock? How's it going, bud? Yeah, my mom died guy, Gargoyle. Yeah, that guy. Again, man, I don't think he was in the wrong or the right. I think it was a poorly handled situation that probably had built up over time, and he just let it out all at once with somebody that had probably been a viewer for a long time, because it sounded like he had known that viewer for a while, you know. And it was like, why would you do that to me? Kind of situation, you know? Like, you inherently develop this level of trust with viewers that have been around for a long time. You know, and then they drop in and drop that on you. And it's like, well, why didn't you say something in a DM? You know, why didn't you send me to a DM while I'm not streaming? It's a much better way to handle it. But he asked. That's why. That's why she just dropped it on him, you know? I mean... But again, I don't think either one were right or wrong. I think it was just an unfortunate setup for a very poorly handled situation. Probably the best way to put it, I guess. I don't really have any ill will toward either one of them. I definitely don't think she was in the wrong. He asked, she said it. That's it, you know? I mean, maybe she could have sent it in a DM and just said, oh, you know, not great. I've had a lot going on in my personal life. It's been tough lately. And then later sent him a DM and went, hey, this is what's going on, my bad. You know, I didn't want to say it on stream, but you asked, and I was trying to keep it positive. So, you know, maybe that's a better way to handle it, but I don't think she did anything wrong. But I think he just, it may have been one of those situations, man, where he just kind of had that, like, dude, you guys have heard me be mad before, right? Like, it's just everything builds up all at once. Your personal life, your streaming life, and you got constant stuff going on in chat, and then everything just hits you all at one time, and somebody says one thing, and it triggers something that makes you lose it, you know? It happens. It happens. We're all human. And I think maybe, like, just watching him, he was vibing, he was in a good mood, and then that happens, it's like, boom, flip switch, you know? And I think that's probably what it was, is something just got him, you know, and he just couldn't take it anymore. I don't think this is going to fit next to those. It might. Try and see here. But yeah, I mean, dude, we're human. Streamers are human. We're not therapists. We're not trained to handle traumatic news like that just out of nowhere. But again, she didn't do anything wrong. I don't think. I think he asked, she told. That was it. You know, done. He didn't like the answer, but he asked. So, they want streamers to be there, but it's not everybody. Not everybody, and a lot of people just don't. A lot of people don't have that social disconnect of being able to separate, you know, the situational stuff. And I think that's partly some of it. I don't think it's everybody, but I think that's maybe part of the issue sometimes. It's just not everybody has that, and that's something you got to keep in mind too as a streamer, is not everybody has that social awareness that this may not be the proper thing to say in that situation. You know, and it happens. It happens. So some streamers have a hard time with trauma dumping, and the argument there was that it wasn't trauma dumping because she didn't go off on a long, uninterrupted. You know, somebody posted the definition of trauma dumping. I'm like, trauma dumping can be anything. If it's the first chat that pops up, or if it's the first thing you see from that person, and that's all it is, oh well, my dad died yesterday. You know, dude, that's trauma dumping. I don't care if it's a long, uninterrupted string of text. It doesn't have to be. Like that's some news that we weren't even considering in chat. You know, we were talking about the way birds look when they fly or something. You know, like whatever the news may be. And then you get that out of nowhere. That's still trauma dumping. And there, for some reason, there are people that don't think that's the case. But I don't know, man. It's a tough situation, and it's everybody deals with it differently, which makes it even harder. You know, and it just gets really weird at times. But again, I don't blame either person. I think both people made some remarks before the actual, you know, blow up happened that probably could have been better thought out. But as a streamer, you know, you want to ask your chat how they're doing. You know, you want to ask them where they've been, especially if they're longtime viewers and you've garnered some sort of friendship with that person over the years. You know, you want to ask them how they're doing. You want to know about their day. You know, but if they give you a real answer, don't be mad at them for it. You ask. You ask for that real answer. And again, I don't know the guy. I've never watched his streams. I don't have any ill will toward him at all. So if anybody knows who he is and you watch his content, I'm not saying anything negative about him. I'm just saying, and I think in his apology he actually said that too, something along the lines of, "Well, I asked and she told." So, you know, again, I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. I don't know anything about him. Or her, for that matter. I don't know either one of them. It's just a really tough situation when things like that happen, especially when not prompted. You know, if nobody's asked and everybody's vibing and having a good time, and then you drop that news in chat, yeah, that's gonna interrupt the flow of things for sure. So I mean, were either one of them wrong? Probably not. The guy had just gotten to that point, you know. It was like there was so much of that had happened recently and people doing it, and maybe the dude had some bad news in his own life and he was trying to be positive and hanging out with chat and get it off his mind for a little while. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses for berating your viewers or your community by any means. But at some point, man, everybody's got a breaking point. And I saw people in the comment section under that post too, talking about, oh, this guy shouldn't be a streamer. It's like, I'm sorry, man, but at some point, you just can't take it anymore. You know, at some point, that's it. Like you've reached your limit. At some point, you've reached your. How about we end up with 22 Heston bales off of that field? That's pretty good, guys. That's really good. 11,500 liters. Speak Italian? I do not. No, I do not speak Italian. I am sorry, but no, I do not. Let me catch up with Chad here for a minute. Dana's popped in too. Let me tab. I'm going to have to scroll up, man. I missed a lot here going on my rant. I'll get off my soapbox now and actually read some chat and hang out with you guys for a second. Monbazoo brings us a wheel functionality. Oh, dude, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be cool. You and J-Rock both playing it a bunch, I see, so. Wait, they're running the cruise in Texas and the Christmas event? That seems kind of weird. I feel like if you don't want to know, don't ask. It was a big miscommunication. I think so too. And the video's cut, right? So it's not like he asked and she said it and then he immediately blew up. It was like he asked and then it seems like maybe a few minutes went by and then the comment was made. So for him, it may have been like, you know, well, they've already said how they're doing, but then they dropped this news too. So again, like, yeah, I mean, if you don't want to know, don't ask. Like, I could just say welcome to people that come in as new chatters instead of, hey, how's it going? You know, like when I say, hey, how's it going? Feel free, drop it in here. But like if it's your first comment in chat that day, it's just so-and-so died, you know? Well, that sucks. You know, then it gets really awkward. You know, if that's the only comment there, you know, if it's like, hey, I've had some stuff going on recently, watching your streams has really made this easier, but you specifically say so-and-so died, being here and hanging out has made this a lot easier. I appreciate you. That's a different story. Right? It depends on how it's dropped in there. And again, some people just don't have that situational awareness. Don't be mad at them for it. But just don't go into somebody's stream and drop that news on them without any prior context whatsoever. It's tough on the streamer. It is. But yeah, I feel like we all pretty much agree on that, which I feel like most people probably agree, but on Twitter, if you don't get on the bandwagon of whatever the most popular opinion is, then you get berated for it. Like, I was actually going to comment and go, it wasn't trauma dumping because he asked, but had that been her first comment without any prior things said, even if it was short, it's still trauma dumping. The definition doesn't mean that it's not. Just because it's a short message doesn't mean it's not trauma dumping. It is. It still is. Speaking of the way birds fly, some saw some Canadian goose heading north on the way home. They must be lost. They must be. They must be, dude. Deuce was the first one I told when I had my stroke. Yeah, dude. And you sent me a direct message. And even then it felt uncomfortable because I didn't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say when that stuff happens. But I'm glad you've gotten through it, and I'm glad I was able to give some kind of, if I remember right, I gave some kind of positive message about, you know, keep plugging at it, you'll get it, and you'll be back to moving around and playing video games in no time or something. I don't remember what I said, but it's hard, man. It's hard to come up with something to say. You know, I mean, we've all been there. We've all had moments in life where somebody gives us news that doesn't directly affect us, but we feel for them. You know, but you don't really know what to say to them. Think about it as a streamer. If you've got hundreds of people every day and you're streaming 5 or 6 days a week, and 2 or 3 times a day that happens in your chat, and you ignore it most of the time, right? But you see it daily or weekly, or you see it twice a month even. That's a lot. That's a lot. When you see that twice a month, that doesn't happen in real life. You don't get horrible news like that 2-3 times a month. Not most of the time anyway. You know, it's a lot, man. It's a lot of stress. It really is. I mean, again, I can kind of see where the guy kind of lost it for a few minutes. I don't know him. I've never watched his streams. I don't have any opinion on him one way or the other, but I can see that building up over time. I can't judge someone based on one bad day unless they do something truly heinous. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a bad day is not the same as being truly evil. So, yeah, I mean, that's very true. Oh, thanks, Gargoyle. I appreciate that. What is that? Parla solo inglés? Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, I don't speak Italian at all, so I wouldn't even know what to say. At least Spanish, I can say, you know, no habla español. You know, at least I can do that much. I can say no, I don't speak Spanish. Bud, is that the Family Guy answer? Is that the Family Guy answer? God, neighbors always blowing their horn over there. Just get out and go knock on the door. Just get out and go knock on the door. We're gonna get back to work in a minute, I promise. I'm just catching up on chat here. And if you're watching later on YouTube, this is what I usually cut out. So you're getting the full look here at what goes on sometimes when I cut stuff out of the streams when I move them over. And you guys wanted the full version, so you're getting the full podcast farm sim here. Eating dinner before I start studying for your clinical chem final tomorrow. Well, that sounds challenging. That sounds challenging. Buongiorno is the only Italian I really know outside of phrases I picked up from Assassin's Creed. I've never played enough video game to learn a language from it, even short phrases. I've never played enough of one game that has different languages to learn enough from it. Pizza, ravioli, spaghetti. No, and we're not making fun of the Italian language. It's a beautiful language, and they're great people. Well, history has had some notable, maybe Italian descendants that were tough on neighborhoods, but as a whole, it's a beautiful language, and I think the Italian people are fantastic, honestly. The internet has made folks think they're friends with celebrity streamers, artists. They really aren't. Parasocial relationships are a huge issue. Parasocial relationships are a huge issue in general. Because before the internet, you had stuff like pen pals and things like that, right? It always leads to more than there is there. And I'm not saying in a negative, psychopathic way, serial killer, whatever. It always just leads to more than what's actually happened. You perceive it to be more in any way, shape, or form, right? And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you can have genuine respect and friendship with somebody without being friends that you would take bullets for, right? I mean, like, there's two people in my life other than Miss Deuce and the kid that I would take a bullet for. Like, honestly, would do anything for them. Well, not breaking the law. Anything excluding breaking the law for them. You know, like, they're family to me. They're not blood related, but they are family that would do anything for me. I'd do anything for them. But you don't get that kind of friendship on the internet. You get the general, we like hanging out, we share the same interests, we enjoy good conversation friendship, right? And that's okay. That's fine. Not everything is that level of friendship. It takes some serious skill to figure out how much you know somebody. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, and again, I think that's the disconnect of today. It's very difficult for people to put that, because you don't want to feel like you're not friends with somebody, you know, that you've spent years in their chat hanging out with. I mean, not just me, but each of you in chat here. There's some of you that have been around for the same amount of time. You've been around for 5 years now. You know, I mean, after 5 years of being in chat, 3 times a week even, you're spending a couple hours 2 or 3 times a week talking back and forth with each other. Of course you're going to be friends, but at what level of friendship is that? You know, and that's the thing that I think gets people. It's like, you don't want to not feel like you're liked after you've been around those people for that long. And you're probably not. You're not disliked. Oh, we need to check the store. You're not disliked, but at the same time, how close is that relationship? You know, like, is it the same as your neighbor that you've been friends with for years? You know, no, it's not. It's not. Could you? The great thing about streamers and having access to everybody basically on Twitter is you can make a comment. They may ignore it. They may not. They may comment back. They may just hit the like button on it. You know, either way, you can make that comment to them. You can't do that without the internet. Nothing in the store. Billy flushing 9 bits down the toilet. Thanks for saying, Deuce, you take a bullet for me and haven't played Division 2 in forever. We have not, man. I really want to play something different soon, though. Just in some downtime, if nothing else. Maybe stream it on Discord or something and just sit and play and have a good time. So, truth be told, today on YouTube, I almost played golf with friends and just invited everybody that was watching to come play with me. But I'm glad we checked out Out of War. It was actually pretty good. All right, we got 1,000 seeds left, which is actually quite a bit. Good conversation today. See, this to me is what having a community is for right here. Having these conversations and having good conversation. There's probably somebody that disagrees, and you're more than welcome to speak up. I'm not going to be mad at you for disagreeing with what I'm saying by any means. That's the point. That's what makes a society work is people having disagreements and being able to work through them. Do I love Tom Hiddleston and watch as much of his work as possible? Yes. Do I believe for 1 second that because I'm a big fan of his that I'm his friend? I mean, no, of course not. And you wouldn't expect to be. But at the same time, if you were in a let's say you were in a group of movie buffs or something, and Tom Hiddleston popped in there twice a week for the next 2 years, and y'all shared several hundred conversations over those 2 years, twice a week, would you consider yourself friendly with each other? Probably, yeah. You were friends at that point. Are you close friends? No, by no means. Are you going to invite him over for dinner? I mean, I would invite Tom Hiddleston over for dinner. He'd probably say no, but would he invite me over for dinner? Absolutely not. But does that mean we're not friends or we haven't developed some level of basic friendship? No, you have. It's just not the level that a lot of people perceive it to be, I think, and that's the big issue. That's the big issue. A lot of people have this crazy thought that it's, oh, potatoes. Look at this. They give you 2 tractors and 2 trailers in the potato harvester, 58,000. I can't borrow equipment or I would take that. Field 15 is 6,000. It is, oh, this goes to the oil mill. Canola goes to the oil mill, and then wheat goes to the water mill. We could do some more wheat. It's a fairly small field, field 15 here. Where is field 15? Where are you at? Right there. It's fairly small. We could do that in a limited amount of time. I mean, I'm almost at the end of the stream today. Wow, I didn't realize it, man. See what you guys do? Like now I've talked the whole time. I'm kidding, of course. Let's see. We can do field 15. We can do field 28. This just goes to the oil mill. It's just more canola. Field 28 is pretty large, if I'm not mistaken. It's down here somewhere. 28. Oh, no, it's there. It's that one. Is that the water mill? That's the water mill. It goes to the oil mill, though. Field 15 would go to the water mill. So really, it'd just be like this. Bloop, done. What do you guys think? Should we take them both? We got to make some more money, and I said we'd do some more of these. And we need some more wheat for our chickens anyway, so having a little bit of leftover wheat here would not be a bad thing. Let's take both of these. All right, that one, and then the oil mill. This is canola, except that one too. All right, let's go get the harvester, and we'll go get Jimmy started. Let's talk more work. Yeah, no kidding. I'm sitting there talking for the last 30 minutes. And that's okay too. I recently discovered that a cosplayer I admired actually recognized my name from Twitter when I popped into their stream. And I was flabbergasted. Even they knew who I was. Yeah, see, and that's something too. That shows you that person is a genuine observer, right? They genuinely observe people that may not be directly in their community, but somebody in their community knows, and that's probably how they saw you on Twitter. So. No, you didn't derail the stream at all. I was rambling on about this for a while before you said anything, I think. I derailed the stream because we were talking about tough things, and then I brought that up, and then it just kind of spiraled from there. But honestly, it's a good conversation to have. Sometimes it's okay to have those conversations. I wouldn't want to talk about this every stream because it would be beating the dead horse, and it just, there's no reason to have it every stream. And we've probably had this conversation 10 times in YouTube and Twitch streams over the last 5 years. At least 10 times. This exact conversation where sometimes it's not okay to say things, sometimes it is, But I always try to take an approach to it of looking at it from different points of view and really considering all sides. Now, there are some situations that don't require that. But I think this situation with the guy that kind of lost it, honestly, I think you got to kind of take a step back and really think about maybe what he's been through that week and the amount of stress he's under in his personal life, but he doesn't show it, and he gets on stream and he's happy and he's, I mean, you don't know what that guy's going through personally. You have no idea, But yeah, we've had those conversations probably 10 or 12 times over the last 5 years, and that's quite a lot, honestly, to have that conversation. But as communities rotate in and out, because there are people come and go. Like I forgot who it was, but it's a great analogy, and I've used this analogy before, and we've talked about this before too. There are people in your life, and it may have been Medea. It may have been Tyler Perry, actually. You have people in your life, right? Think of you as the tree, or life as the tree, and you have people in your life, and a lot of those people are the leaves. They'll come and go with the wind, right? Seasons change, the leaves fall, and new leaves grow the next year. And then you have friends that are the limbs. They kind of hold everything together, and they're close friends, and they'll help you out. They'll help hold things together for you. And then you have the trunk, and that's your family. That's the people that are always there. But then you have the roots. The roots are the ones that actually hold up everything else, and those are the friends that you want to have in your life. You know, and however it was put, I'm just paraphrasing it. I have no idea how it was actually said, but to me, that's a great analogy. And we've talked about that before too. I'm going the wrong dang direction. I need to go this way. We talked about that before too, though. It's one of those situations, you know, where you have to realize, and a lot of people, and again, I'm not making fun of anybody, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying, statistically, on the internet, when you see people talking, somebody's comment there is going to be somebody that just genuinely doesn't understand how to effectively present their conversation without it being a little awkward. You know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And I'm not saying anything negative about those people. It's just the way it is. There's something, like, I'm that way. Sometimes I they say things in situations I probably should just keep my mouth shut. But I don't. How do I get to this field? What is this? Do I really need to go all the way up here and come back to it? I guess I do. Wow.
That's a new follow.
Well, all the way up here then. Jeez. My name's Jeff. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. Can I play with you? This is my single player on Iowa Plainsview. We have a community server, though. If you would like to jump in Discord, you can get all the information for it. Little Indian, how's it going? Doing well. Everybody's doing good. Looking forward to the holiday time, being off, being out of school, being off work, that kind of thing. Not for me though. The only days I'm going to take off is the days that I have family gatherings, which I'll be going to one Sunday and then Christmas Day, I reckon. Schlafer, flushing 10 bits right down the toilet. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Throw some plungers at him, and I didn't tell you guys the plungers at Billy a while ago, but go ahead and hit Billy with some too, because. Just because. Where am I? What year is it? Jumanji was great. I don't remember in detail all the scenes, but I remember a few. Here we go again. Nah, I don't think so. It's too soon for that. We'll have to wait till next year. I'll have to wait till next year for that, J-Rock. Now, used to, if you let old tater salad get loose in here, yeah, that'd probably be the case. But he's been keeping things pretty close, which is good. It's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not asking him for more, I'm just saying. He used to get a little crazy sometimes. Which, incidentally, I think I have a Jamie Davis and Soul Gravy song on this playlist somewhere that is called It Gets a Little Crazy Sometimes. Unexpected Funation. How's it going? Unexpected Fun Nation or Unexpected Funation? Like fun anime? I don't know. Fun animation? Fun nation? I don't know. I run words together enough as it is. Growing up in Mississippi, it's just the way we talk. So I don't know what the name is. I'm just gonna call you Unexpected Fun, I guess, because that seems the easiest. All right, Jimmy, have at it. I'll come empty out in a minute. I'm just gonna use Jimmy today. We're not gonna use John today. We'll let Jimmy have at it though. Get some wheat for the chickens. We should get a little extra wheat out of this thing. I don't think it'll. Oh, hey, no, stop. Turn that on. hang on, back up now. See now, Jimmy, now you're screwing up. And I've realized too. I've been watching. So I haven't seen the show Yellowstone yet, but I've watched a lot of the clips, and I've watched the first episode because it was free. But I've realized that this Jimmy is a lot like Jimmy on Yellowstone. Watching some of the clips on YouTube. This Jimmy and the Yellowstone Jimmy are two peas in a pod, honestly. All right, let's go get. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do this because we're gonna have bales and stuff to pick up. I might as well take one of these things with me, so we'll go ahead and take the bale trailer. We'll just drop it. That way when I hook to the baler with the big tractor, we can just pull it on over. Don't have to stop and unhook and rehook and all that stuff every time we do anything here. All right, let's go. It's not that far down the road either. It's not like it's a long way away. I'm all right. It's Fun Nation. Okay. I was thinking I was close, but again, I just run words together. Show you what a glutton for punishment. I took another contract for beats. They're good money. They take a while, but again, just enjoy the ride, enjoy the progress of it. That's the key. The great thing about Farm Sim is you can see the progress as you go. It's not difficult to see the progress that you're making. So that's the good thing about it, I think. You know what I need? I need the trailer. I don't know what I thought bringing this over here was going to do, but whatever. Now I gotta go back and get the dang trailer, but at least we'll have the bale trailer over here when we get ready to do this tomorrow. Or no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, Monday. Monday we'll be back finishing these contracts up, surely. Hopefully, anyway, we'll be back Monday. I have a question. Okay, you have a friend that you know quite well. They pass away. Their family chooses a striped button-down shirt.
A new follower.
An unexpected Fun Nation. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. I said an unexpected. Just unexpected. I'm going to call you unexpected because I like it. I like it. Family chooses a striped button-down shirt to bury them in. You know they hate button-down shirts. Do you say something to their family? If it's family stuff and I'm not part of the family, I typically just stay out of it and go, yeah, they wouldn't. I'd tell whoever I was standing next to at the viewing, if there is a viewing, they wouldn't have worn that. And I've done that. I know it sounds bad, but again, I try to be positive in everything, right? And joking around for me is my kind of outlet, right? Like even my dad's funeral. Same thing. I was joking around. At some point, I was joking around. I was kind of like in a haze during the funeral, but afterwards, it was like, you can find some positive stuff there, and kind of joking around about stuff. But at some point, somebody said something about, they never would have worn that, and I was like, yeah, they wouldn't have worn that. They wouldn't have been called dead in that. And I realized what I said after I said it, but yeah. Yeah, no, I think if it's family and you're not part of the family, you just kind of, like, in your own mind, you're going, yeah, they never would have worn that, But sometimes I think it's better just to let family handle family, and if you know that person well, knowing they would have hated it, let the family have that moment to feel good about it, Is a memorial for the person or the family and friends. If they would rather him or her wearing something, then I'd let it go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bone. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Yeah. If it's something, my trailer's down on the other side. I have a trailer down here. If it's something, and again, I don't know if this is just a hypothetical. I have no idea. But I would probably let it go. Just because you want the family to have that good moment, and you can laugh knowing that you can have a smile on your face knowing that they never would have worn that, But let the family feel good about it. I mean, if you really think about it, the memorials and stuff are not. I mean, they are in some religious sense, I guess. But for me, the memorials and the viewings and the all that kind of stuff, it's not for the person that passed. It's for the family and the friends and stuff, right? So let that family have that positivity. That's my thinking on it. Like for my dad, right? A nice, just a nice short sleeve shirt and some jeans, you know, because and that's what he was buried in, because that's what he wore, and he never would have been in a suit. Like, I don't think the man owned a suit, but he never would have been caught wearing a suit ever. But they put him in that, and I kind of giggled when I saw it, you know, because I thought, man, there are gonna be people that show up and go, man, he looks. You know, they should have put him in something nicer than that, you know. But he never would have worn it. He never would have worn anything that nice, you know. Don't put him in something he wouldn't have worn. So I'm with you on that, but I didn't say anything either, of course. But and it was my dad. He wore, you know, they buried him in a t-shirt and jeans, and I giggled, thinking, you know, there are probably people here going, man, they should have put him in something nice. That's kind of disrespectful. But in my mind, I'm sitting over here, you know, having a little laugh about it, because I know that there are people thinking that, and it's like, you didn't know him, or just because they passed away doesn't change who they were when they were alive. So he never would have worn this. There's a song by Confederate Railroad called "My Daddy Never Was a Cadillac Kind," and that song perfectly describes my father. Perfectly describes it. Some people might know different nuances. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, just let people have their moment, you know, especially if it's family. Let them have their moment. That's not going to hurt anything. I'm just waiting on Jimmy to get full so we can empty him out here. My uncle, when we buried my uncle, we put a 22-ounce can of Keystone Light and a carton of Marlboros in there with him, because that was his last request. See, stuff like that, man. That's what I'm saying. That's the nuanced stuff that most people may not know. You know, they may show up and go, why in the world you got that in there? If they put a suit on it, yeah, I mean, and again, that's the thing too, Foxtrot, is, you know, that's where I have my little giggle and go, yeah, they never would have worn that, you know. Like, that's where I have my little laugh, and the folks close to it, you know, close to them would have known that, you know. So you have your little laugh amongst each other, and you let it go for the family, you know, if nothing else. But if you are family, you can absolutely say something, I guess. It's part of the family. Had something specifically that would have, yeah, if it's documented, absolutely, Danny. Yeah, if it's documented, that's for sure. Buried my dad in a work shirt, and a pen in his pocket. Yeah, see, Bob, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. There's all kinds of reasons why you do and why you don't do things. Oh, this thing's full already. 21,000. Okay. Where's this going to again? I don't even know where this is going. Harvest. Oh God, there's another harvesting contract up. What is it for? Barley and field 25. That's a pretty decent contract. I'm gonna stick with these two for now. If we can get done with these in time, we may take that one, but I'm not gonna get done with either one of these today, I don't think. Going to the water mill. Going to the water mill. The water mill is right here. Yeah. I know where I'm going. Don't tell me where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I'm gonna go back this way though, because it's quicker, and this tractor does not pull this thing real well. I was gonna start on Bales, but I think I may finish this and then get Jimmy started on the other field, and then we'll start on Bales on this field. The other field is just canola, and it's bigger, so we'll probably put the we'll probably get the course play in action. I'll let Jimmy run that way. He can empty out. We'll let John run crop for it while we're over doing Bales, kind of like we did the last time. Well, this is a cultural significance, yeah. What they wear doesn't matter so much to me. Yeah, to me either. But I mean, there are people in every family that it's important, you know. And again, let those people have that moment, especially if you're not family and they are. Just let them have their moment, you know. And that's kind of for me too. Funerals are more for funerals and viewings and memorials or wakes or whatever you want to say. Is more for It's more for the people left behind than it is the person that passed. For me, not saying that's that way for everybody, but for me, that's the significance of it. So for me, I'd rather sit around and talk about the good times and, you know, the crazy stuff that happened in life, and, you know, joking about how they never would have been buried, whatever they're buried in, you know, stuff like that. But that's just me. And not everybody treats it the same way. So it's already a hard situation. Don't make it worse by fighting over it, you know, or arguing about what they need to be wearing. That's kind of the way I see it. Yeah, but there's a million reasons too why it could have been done. Yeah, Dana. No, it's all good. Honestly, I try to. I'm more than aware of everybody's different beliefs and you know, the way they live their life might not be the way I live my life, vice versa, or different people the way they use expressions. But if I say a funeral, I don't mean to discredit anybody else's way of doing things or whatever. If I say this or that, it's not because I think your way is less or more. It's just because that's my perception of it. Like people got to get over this because I said a phrase that they didn't agree with, or they don't think it's true. Not that it's true, but if they don't perceive it that way, that it's offensive somehow. Like, no, it's just we see things differently and we handle things differently. You know, it's not one or the other. It shouldn't be one or the other. As a matter of fact, a water mill. I'm gonna have to tag this place, I think, because I don't see. Am I on it? Is this it? Because it looks like there's two different places here for some reason. Let me pull up something. Oh, that's it. Okay. No, that's not the water mill. This is the water mill, but it's saying it's right there. That's so strange. Okay, well, I'm gonna back up and dump this in there and we'll see. Again, we're gonna start with just a little dump here to see if it's the right one. But yeah, I don't care if people get offended. It's if I say things, it's not meant to offend anybody of any culture, religion, or whatever. It's just because that's my experience. It's not to offend people. People get too easily offended these days about everything anyway. Not that I'm being insensitive to other people's experiences. It's just not my experience. So when I talk about things, I talk about them from my point of view, not to belittle or demean anybody else's. I've never felt offended because somebody said they're going to do something where I would say I'm going to do something, but in a different way. You know, I don't know. Weird. What a good conversation today. This has been fantastic today. Yeah, exactly, Dana. Yeah, I mean, you want to do what that person wants, not what the family wants, right? If they give you specific instructions, then do you know, let them have the rest the way they choose. Especially if it's there and you know it's there, you know. Bone said, I don't plan on going to my funeral. I have other plans. I plan on being late for mine. I'm late for everything else. I might as well be. There was a singer that purposely held their funeral over for 15 minutes before starting because she said people told her whole life she was going to be late for everything, even her own funeral. So she purposely had that done so she would be late for her own funeral. I forgot who it was, but it's pretty funny. No way, how's it going? Welcome. That's the joke they're going to make at your funeral? So, I mean, I probably should do this and then just update it every 2 or 3 years or 5 years or something. But I want to make a video that plays at my funeral. I know it sounds narcissistic. but really, it would be like a final message to everybody in that time period of my life, because people change as they get older, right? I mean, you have different beliefs, you start seeing things a different way, so your beliefs change and your outlook on things and that kind of stuff. So it's not in a narcissistic way. It would literally be me speaking to everybody that comes, all 3 people, one last time directly, instead of letting them wonder what I thought, you know? And to me, that's a much better way to do things, is instead of them getting somebody else up there that barely knows me, to give some eulogy that I'd be like, yeah, whatever, you know? Like, instead of that, I would much rather people hear it from me and know what I was thinking in the last 3 to 5 years, you know? Yeah, exactly. And I would definitely start it that way. If you're seeing this video, they caught me. You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't want people to be. I don't want people to dwell on it for months, you know, or days even, or hours even, you know. I want it to be fun. I want people to remember the good times and reminisce and hang out with each other and have a good time, you know. I don't want it to be a sad occasion. I know it's gonna be for somebody. Somebody's gonna be sad when I'm gone. I'm not gonna say the whole world is, of course, but somebody will be sad when I'm gone. But I want it to be fun. I want them to be able to get together with people that may not have seen in a while and chat and have a good time. And, I don't know. Maybe it's a silly pipe dream, but we can hope, right? We can hope. Time to feed the fam? Yep, no problem, Crystal. I'm gonna be doing the same here in just a few minutes. Great conversation, great stream. Absolutely, I appreciate you being here, Crystal. Can't do it without people here. Can't have good I can have good conversation by myself, but nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. So, you know, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Who's cooking tonight? Me. I cook every night. I do want to say this: call your best friend today and tell them their best, because, and whatever chance, if I had chance, it'd be worth everything. Yeah, exactly. Don't take people for granted that are in your life today that you can still talk to. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and I probably have a bit of a bias because I had a pretty decent relationship with my parents. Like, I wasn't beat as a child. We were very poor when I was, growing up till I was about 10 years old or so, and then I could actually start getting some shoes and clothes from Walmart. Until then, it was like yard sales and hand-me-downs. But, we had a decent home life. I had both my parents there, and that alone is a huge deal. Having both parents, and for whatever reason, it doesn't matter the reason you don't have both your parents. It's great to have both, and I know that it's a very fortunate thing. So for that alone, I'm grateful. Maybe sometimes having both parents is not such a good thing if it's an abusive household, right? But I get that. But outside of those type of circumstances, if it's a decent upbringing and you have both your parents and they're a little strict on you, sure, but you have them both there and they both love you and they don't beat on you and stuff, that's very fortunate. So I was very fortunate to have both my parents growing up. That being said, I had a lot of good life lessons kind of instilled in me from my dad that they really didn't take hold until after he got diagnosed, and that's when I kind of started remembering the stuff he told me when I grew up, things that would benefit me, kind of things to look out for, things to stay away from. It really set in, and that was, I was 20, I was 20 years old when he got diagnosed. So, but remembering stuff from when I was 7 or 8 and him telling me about this story and, why to be careful and why, that kind of stuff. So, but I tell people too, if your parents are still around, even if they disagree with you on stuff and you may not get along well, if they didn't abuse you and stuff, call them and just say, hey, once in a while, they're still here. They're still your parents. They didn't hate you. They didn't beat on you and abuse you. You may not like the way they treated you, and y'all may not agree on stuff, but doesn't mean they don't love you. Unless they told you they don't, then don't call them. But then don't even bother. Just have a video of a tunnel where the light's getting closer and closer. As long as you don't have a subway driver reviewing, you'll be fine. Oh, it's just a normal day for them. That's true, yeah. Going down this tunnel and this bright light at the end is getting closer and bigger. You get to the end of it, it's like, hey, I'm back. No, not really. I'm not. I'm really in there, but just want you all to know. Oh, man. That does sound very narcissistic now that I'm saying it out loud. I probably won't do that. Again, it's not to be a narcissist about it. I just want people to have a good laugh, you know? That's all I want. Just have a good laugh. Take pictures and then Photoshop them into ballerinas, put faces on famous brands. Talking funny things. Oh, that's great, yeah. And again, remember those good memories. Hold on to those. John Prine has a song called Souvenirs. If you've never heard John Prine and you've never heard the song Souvenirs, if you're in one of those kind of somber moods, it's a sad song, right? It's about losing memories is what it's about. But he calls them souvenirs. It's really well worded, and it's a great song to listen to. And I go listen to it from time to time. Just, you know, I get in a little somber mood, I get a little down, and, you know, the song reminds me that I still have those memories. You know, I still have those memories of good times with whatever person I may feel down about, you know. It reminds me that I have those good memories. It makes me think about all those good memories, and then I feel good. And then I feel good again. You know, it kind of just, it puts things back into perspective for you, and I think that's a big thing. This is not a farm sim stream today. This is a life stream today, apparently. I did not mean to get off on some crazy tangent today. I was honestly going to do some farming, and we were going to get stuff done, and talk about farm sim, and do some farming, and tractor driving, and some tractoring, and then I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked today. When I go, everyone gets a stun gun, and the last one standing gets my stuff. That's a. Can we video it? That'd be fantastic, bud. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, little Indian. I was in that situation too. A good friend of mine turned out to be a self-inflicted wound to the chest. Tragic end. He was like 29. You know, I mean, I was a little younger. I knew him through like his family members or whatever. So, oh no, little Indian. We were talking about this way before you. There's a thing going around right now on Twitter with a big streamer. Somebody came into his chat. He was like, "Where you been? I ain't seen you forever." And she was like, "Oh, well, my mom died." You know, and then he kind of went off on her. He's like, don't bring that negativity into my chat. You know, send me a DM or something, or whatever he said. But that's we started out talking about that, and then everybody just kind of sharing stories and stuff. And again, that's the point, though, right? Like, there are times you need this kind of stream and just kind of share stories and have conversation with people. We're all human. Well, all but the bots that post in here. We're all human. You know, you need that conversation from time to time, and I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. So no, it's not your fault at all. But yeah, we were kind of in the same boat for a while. We waited on the investigation. It turns out it was self-inflicted, you know, and it's sad and it's tragic, and it was 15 years ago, you know. But we thought originally foul play might have been involved just because of the, you know, where he worked and that kind of stuff, but nah, it wasn't. It was self-inflicted. It's sad and tragic, and it happens. You know, that's all you can say is sad and tragic, and it happens. You know, it's a wasted life, and being close to him. And I watched family members, you know, close to him, and they tried to blame themselves, and oh, we should have known, and you know, this kind of stuff. You can blame whoever you want to, but some people just never show it to you. You know, some people never show it to you. You just never know sometimes. Sometimes you can see it and there ain't much you can do about it, but sometimes you just never know. So, yeah, he's not the only one. I mean, I know a couple of people that have taken their own life, and it's sad and it's tragic, like I said. But a few of them are military, ex-military or whatever, and just couldn't get through their demons, you know. And I hate that somebody couldn't reach them. That's pretty much it. You know, I hate that somebody couldn't reach them before it happened, but sometimes people can't be reached. Life is life. It's going to keep on lifing, no matter if you're here or if you're making an impact or not. It's going to keep doing its thing. Jury's still out on some of us. That's true, yeah. Open to it being videoed. Oh, man. All right, I've got to go, guys. I got to stop Jimmy right here. I'm going to stop right here, too. We'll take this on Monday. Boop, there we go. We'll take this on Monday to dump, and we'll get started back on this field, and then we'll start picking up some bales. We'll move Jimmy over to field... What are we on? We're on field 15. We'll move Jimmy over to field 28. Let him start working on that. We'll start working on bales on 15. It's not going to be that many bales, and we'll probably take these and sell them because we have straw bales already. Let's hop over to the house real quick. Well, we don't really have that many. We do have straw bales. We could use more. The more cows we buy, the more straw bales we're going to need. So we'll probably keep these, and then we'll sell the next load. I got plenty of silage bales for now and grass bales for now because they're not going through that much silage. Actually, they are. They're going through a lot of. Oh God, we got 13,000 liters of milk. I only slept one night. We had 9,000 yesterday. We're going to have tons of milk before long, guys. September we're going to sell. January we're going to sell. We'll put some more straw in here. Well, actually, we just put straw in there. We'll put some more silage, some more TMR. I say silage. We'll put some more TMR in there on Monday, too. When we bring the bales over, we'll keep those straw bales for us. And our greenhouses should be okay for a couple of days here, especially on Monday. We're going to pick back up right here where we're leaving off. So I think that pretty much covers it. If you've enjoyed today and you're watching later on the Farm Reduce YouTube channel and you've got something out of this, or you have a story to share, and you can do it without berating other people that have shared their stories and I've commented on today, then share it down below. Be kind to people. You don't know how long people are going to be here, right? Try to even if you get a little irritated at first, try to step back and have some understanding of what that person may be going through. And I think that's a good place to leave it for today. Honestly. Like the whole chat, I think that's a good place to leave it. Just be aware. Even if you lose your cool, everybody loses their cool from time to time. You lose it a little bit, step back, take a breath, and realize that somebody may be going through something that you can't control. You know, just remember that. And again, if you're watching later on YouTube, leave your story down below if you've got one. If you want to share a story about some positive memories that you have. Again, it's important to get those, and you don't have to, of course. It's your private information. You do what you want to with it. But if you feel the need, get it off your chest, leave it in a comment down below. Go drop it in Discord. Send me a DM in Discord if you want to. I don't care. I'll read it. I may not have any words for you, but I'm not good with words a lot of the times when it comes to stuff like that. I tend to make jokes and err on the light side of it, but I'll listen. I have a Discord. It's in the link below. I also have a main YouTube channel called youtube.com/DeuceMS. You can find that link below, and a channel called Pixel Deuce Plays, where I'll play Dinkum on Wednesdays and Sundays. Go check that out as well. I stream on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, or shortly thereafter, 4 p.m. Great conversation today, guys. I appreciate you guys so very much for being here and having some good conversations. This has been a good day, I think. Even myself, I think I needed this. I think I needed just to air all this out and talk about it. From time to time, you have to do it, and you have to remind yourself that there are a lot of positive things in life, even when stuff's going wrong. Appreciate you guys. See y'all next time. Be safe out there if I don't see you tomorrow, too. Have a good weekend.